You know that Wolf is probably the one calling that. But anyway, we are going into game number 5, our final game of the day. Our final game on Miramar once again. And look at that. Another safety plane. Nice plane. Beautiful.
We're not the curse. We aren't the curse.
Not. It's not us. It's not us.
It feels
Confirmed.
good, man.
I know. Look, hey. I don't know who it is, Matrim, but what I can say for a fact is that it's not us.
Yeah, just mentioning no names, Matt. But it's good to see it again. We have a blank canvas for the last game of the day, as we're again hoping this circle doesn't do anything crazy. We don't want to see any wild shenanigans in the last game of the day. But as I say that.
As you say that, let's go hard north. If nothing else, we could say that Radiant's going to pull off a Chumacera. They're going to play it a little bit safer now. Looks like they're just going to go points north. Los will get control. Well, so here's the thing, though, is that Hard Shifts, I feel like, took the north side or the south side of Chumacera, right, the high ground part, and basically kind of gave up low ground maybe to Radiance. Radiance didn't take it, though. Los took Church, which obviously he's always going to do, but rest of Radiance just going to go ahead and say, you know what, screw it. We got points north of here that we can just kind of loot up by ourselves and feel safe.
But, I mean, if we talk bigger picture on that, Power, as this situation maybe develops over time, them being forced down to the south side, if Radiance decide to put 2 people in, it's going to be really difficult for Hard Shifts to get hold of vehicles, right? Again, occupying the high ground there, that's going to be a huge problem for them in terms of first circle rotations. Again, last game, we didn't necessarily see it with the way the first circle posted, but it's going to be interesting to see if Radiance decide to come back in and maybe take a slice out of the north side of the road.
Yeah, so basically what we're saying is that Radiance, if they so choose, could make this thing a lot harder on Hard Shifts than it currently is. But you know what? At the end of the day, they've got their looting spot. They're going to be fine. They've got vehicles. They're, quote-unquote, giving up Chumacera, but I think they'll be all right. They'll maybe be better for it. Who knows? We'll have to see how this thing plays out.
No good team wants to fight in the loot spot. It's as simple as that. As great as it is for us to watch, no good team wants to deal with that as a factor. There's too many factors in PUBG that can cause you to place 16th anyway. You don't want to have to deal with a team being a direct impact out in the first 3 minutes of the game. As we see, actually, Illusion, I was going to say the only team actually looking good in this circle was Elusive, but they are very, very split. And actually, Illusion...
Whoa!
Okay, whoa! A little bit of a tank slapper there from Free Me Please, but looking like we actually got Top Dog pulling up to an unsuspecting ambush here from Ine. He's actually going to get the down. That's unfortunate. I think his Marauder had taken so much damage he wanted to try and usurp that Bronco out of this compound, but looking like Ine was there and waiting for him.
That feels so bad if you're Illusion. I mean,
that's
like
a tilter.
Said, I mean,
that's a tilter.
Absolutely. I mean, you just all you did was you saw a vehicle there that looked like a spawn. You just wanted to take it away and you know, improve the vehicle that you already had, and then all of a sudden you just end up dying because there was a rando in that compound who you never would have thought would be there. Meanwhile, here you go. The rest of Elusive, they're going to post up center circle in the town. It looks like Innate should come over here and join them eventually. The rest of Illusion not really going to punish Innate for stealing off one of their players. Be all right for right now.
No, we talk about free kill points. They don't come much more free than that, right? It's literally delivered in a Bronco to your front door.
Oh, I mean, look, that's quarantine, right? That's like the whole story of quarantine. We want everything delivered, you know, and they didn't have no contact delivery essentially for Innate there. It was good stuff. It was like Favor or Waiter or any one of the 5 million other food delivery apps that I'm forced to use because not everybody picks up the same one. Honestly, another team I've got to kind of keep an eye on right now. We are looking at Wildcard here, trying to make their way out of Hacienda. Sonic's just off in the distance, but Shoot to Kill. This is like a tailor-made circle for them, right? I mean, they drop in the north. This is where they loot up. They're already going over here for the center of the circle. They're just off to the east there of Elusive, you can see in the purple. So this could be another good Miramar game for Shoot to Kill.
Yeah, and they actually kind of play really well in these north circles. Again, we used to see them come up and take a weird split over to the west side of Cruz de Val, but we see Wildcard now coming to backfill Hacienda, and Sonic's actually transitioning past on the eastern side, taking a little bit of fire. Doesn't look too much damage went on to Profi there. Maybe he's just doing a little bit of scouting on a two-seater, but Wildcard now with a good amount of information actually to move north towards water treatment, but looking like they're going to pull east over towards Cruz, which is going to be interesting because we know that the further north you come here, the worse it gets.
Yeah, I'm taking a few shots in passing. Always a good idea to do, just to make sure that. Oh, hella no. Oh dear.
Oh, hella no.
Oh, hella no. And that's going on just to the south of Picada. So here you go, Radiance. After doing their letting go of Chumacera and just kind of doing a split loot situation over here, they're going to end up running into Fabled in transition. Managed to pick up a fairly free kill there on the Hella, unfortunately for Fabled, as their day just continues to go from bad to worse here.
Yeah, and this is interesting. This was a team that, and again, I don't want to repeat myself again, but a team that just looked better and better as the weeks progressed through the qualifying stages. And I don't know whether or not they're just having a rough day. Every team's allowed one, but this is not the Fabled we've seen for the last 3 weeks, right?
No, absolutely not. And actually, it looks like Radiance still wants a piece, as they saw the rest of Fabled trying to be in transition. Supernova, I think, hopping into that vehicle might have given Losa a little bit of information there. It looks like he's wrapping around. What is going on?
The interesting thing would be if Radiance thought this was Hardships coming out. If they thought this was Hardships coming out of Tumor and they're like, let's set a trap along the road. Let's see if they rotate into us. If they see churches clear, let's see if we can pick up some kills in rotation. That's the kind of stuff I like to see. You back out of the hot drop, you set up a trap.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately for Fable, it ends up being them that gets caught instead of Hardships, as Hardships, they've been left Chuma. They've wrapped all the way up onto this western side. They're coming into the circle just south of the La Cobra area. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Dodge. We see that they have already made their way into circle, I think. Yeah, they're just off in the western edge. I think they might have spotted out Team Clueless, or they could just be scouting here. It looks like Crop might be getting that high ground, seeing if they can find anything off to their east, maybe to get a little further in a circle. But instead, it looks like they'll just hang out here with the 2-2 for the time being.
Yeah, this is this is not the best spot you want to be in. I don't know if Clueless have any idea of where these Dodge players are situated, but this is one of the worst compounds to get boxed in at. Again, we don't usually see circles end on the north side of this road, but I was just about to say the higher ground just to the north of this becomes very, very problematic for anyone trying to occupy this and the barn compound just over to the west.
And this could get even spicier, as we mentioned. Hardships, they're making their way in just behind Dodge, and they've got Hardships have Livid right behind them. So this western part of the circle, northwestern part of the new circle, as this thing is hard shifted all the way to the southwest. Could be spicy here, but it looks like Dodge going to go ahead and just leave for the time being. I think they got peppered a little bit by Team Clueless, but nothing too serious, as we see Crop and Reno going to make their way out of there. And fortunately, look at this nice little compound they're going to find. Good stuff right on the top of the hill.
Yeah, this is much better. Again, much more information. But okay, no, I thought they were going to flip there. That would have been a double knock. But this is a much better situation to be in. The high ground just allows so much more information, so much more scouting. As we see the circle obviously posting, it has pulled pretty hard down to the southwest. So this is where you want to be, in a position where you can look at a couple of different compounds. Hardships actually potentially out-rotating them here. They have made their way down to the road already, but Dodge looking like they're going to try and put some pressure on the Team Clues that were in close proximity to them in the previous circle.
Yeah, Dodge opting to go for that 2-2 split, at least for the time being. I think the other duo managed to get sight on Livid as they were trying to make their way into the northwest. As we see Team Clueless still keeping eyes over there onto Reno. Not going to land any shots just yet, but They're going to be safe for the time being. As you said, Hard Shifts is just off to the west on the other side of the street, so they're going to be probably taking shots back and forth at one another. Nothing too serious going to come of it just yet, as we see kind of an overhead view of how everything's situated there on this western side of the circle.
Yeah, and typically this is where we kind of see circles end around here. Where, again, we've seen it end up at that high ground compound so many times. And again, that's one that I don't want to call it now, but SDK like to take towards the late game. But whether or not we see that situation develop at all, I'm not actually sure where they've managed to position themselves throughout the mid game. But it's going to be interesting to see if Team Clueless can hold on to this. They need to be aware of the hill over to the north. That's the biggest threat to them is a team kind of foot scouting around there. You can see all four of them boxed up at the compound. That's kind of what you don't want to see. It doesn't really give them an out in the late game.
I got to be honest, with this particular circle, I feel like we see it cut to the compound where it's actually, I think it's H-Win and Shrimsy are at right now, just to the south of water treatment. I feel like that we see that compound end up in this late game more times than not. And to be honest, there's a compound just off to the west of where Sonics are at right now, on the other side of that little road that's completely unoccupied right now. And I feel like that could be a good spot to take here as we check in with Zenith, trying to make their way in from the north side, having to deal with some withering fire from STK. See where the circle's going to take us, though. This is going to be, this next circle is a big indicator. I mean, obviously, big indicator of where the thing's going to go, but it could go any number of ways, is what I'm trying to say. And where are we going to go? We're going to cut hard to the southwest again. Another hard shift. 2 back-to-back southwest shifts here.
Yeah, now this makes it interesting. Again, that road coming out of San Martin and the plane crash site up on the high ground, interestingly enough, right now isn't actually occupied by a team. So that, arguably one of the strongest points in the circle. You're actually seeing Fabled rotate away from it. They did have a great shot up there trailing, looking like they're actually going to prioritize center circle. That, for me, is a questionable move. Being down in the valley, again, it doesn't net you a lot of possibilities to pick up kill points. You got to look at the teams like Dodge, Sonics. They're in the good positions. You can see Hard Shifts looking for the plane crash right now. I'm just not sure I agree with that Fabled rotation, Poro.
Yeah, let's see if it ends up paying off for him. I got to admit with you, Sonics, I think, is laughing right now. I feel like they're probably in one of the best spots of the entire game. But look at that. Fabled actually going to find TSOK in the rotation. Yeah, Elusive going to lose one there, as it looks like they maybe tried to over-rotate a little bit. I'm going to run right into Fabled's compound as we check in on Zenith coming in from the blue.
Coming in back from Impala, I guess, but they're headed on a wide old wrap. I think they're looking to come in onto the south side near Hacienda, maybe try and take some of those compounds out in the field to the east, but definitely a big investment in terms of tanking blue to get round into a good position.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, this shoot to kill could get spicy here because they are on the cliffs just to the east of water treatment, and they've got to make their way in. They're still outside of circle, but Wildcard, meanwhile, has wrapped around, and they've taken the cliffside, and they actually had Illusion there as well, but it looks like Keenan going to find Free Me Please, get that down. Might force Illusion out of there, but yeah, you can see Wildcard is in circle just barely. STK, not. So they've got to figure out what they want to do, how they want to get into this next zone, because there's not a lot of real estate just there.
No, and crossing this road now, very, very difficult. It's going to be really difficult for SDK to maintain vehicles, get across without taking too much damage. You can see now they're just going to get peppered by anybody that's got line of sight onto this. You can see the compound up at the top of the hill is occupied already. I mean, Kurt just desperately trying to scout something out right now. There's only one member up here, actually. And you can see, actually, on the hit marker, he's just taking a little bit of damage. That could be some really, really good timing for SDK.
That actually, worked out really well. Oh, Alo going to get taken low, though. And that, I think he lost a tire. That could be bad news.
Buggy.
Yeah, he's going to go down. Buggy is always a treacherous rotation, and they're going to pay the price. Alu's going to go. Civ going to go down as well, as Luke does manage to get up here and join Purdy. You could see, I mean, before they made this send, you could see Purdy scouting this out, realizing nobody was there. But as they were rotating over, Illusion got forced off of where they wanted to go by wild card, and they ended up coming up in this direction. Is Purdy going to spot him out, take a few shots? They realize now that they are not alone, but I don't think that they know that they've got one in the longhouse with them.
I mean, they surely should be playing to clear this right now. I know Uncivil fell. You can hear the flashes
circle
coming out now. That's going to give the audio cue over to SDK. As you mentioned the circle. It's pulled all the way back to the north, but Wildcard now looking to get aggressive on this. You can see they've got up onto the edge of the ridge. They're just trying to send some utility into the windows to try and prevent SDK from moving.
I mean,
actually,
Wildcard
Kurt's
read
on
that
fire.
like a book. Oh, no. Oh, Kurt's on fire. Looks like Icy Fleck's going to be all by himself here as Ranger is going to slowly bleed out. But STK going to be safe for the time being. But as you said, Wildcard, they know that they got two off a shoot to kill in their rotation. Right now, it looks like they might be paying attention off to the south because you've got Oath that have to make their way in as well. So Wildcard not pushing this just yet. And you see him taking shots down the cliff there on your mini map as Oath is trying to make their way in. So SDK going to be safe for the time being. I'm not sure what Illusion's going to do here though. This is a spicy
I'm not sure
compound.
there's much they can do, to be honest with you. Icy Flex now just going to have to play Rat over in that side of the long building. Again, Wildcard just spreading along this bridge. And actually, Snaker's going to pick up Keenan from distance with the Mini 14. That could open things up for Oath to push along this. This is not the worst fight for Oath to take if they can reposition. You can see now the vehicle play coming out. Reload's actually going to send it all the way down there. He's going to get blown up by Sharp Shot. I'm not sure about that one. He was looking to try and get another off angle. But now needs to be some damage come out from Oath if they want to take any sort of ground on Wildcard.
Yeah, they got that opening down. They tried to push. There goes Keenan. He's going to get rezzed, and now Wildcard back up to full strength. Oath, they looked off to their south. They saw comets in the compound that they would have liked to have rotated to. That wasn't there. Now they're going to try to come on this cliffside. Wildcard 4 strong there. It's just bad news all the way around here for Oath, as it looks like they're going to give up on this on the cliffside. They're going to try to wrap back down to the south, but there you go. Comet's just going to pick them up now. So just rough stuff here for Oath.
Yeah, it is. And Wildcard getting 4 back up here. Again, I'm not sure what they do next circle. We'll have to wait and see where it goes. But I feel like they should be making moves on the compound. They know the information on SDK. They know they lost 2 people. I don't know why they're not doing so. They can literally leave 2 people playing anchor and push the compound. Right now,
they're trying to wrap on Oath. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Luke coming alive as he's going to find a kill on a Wildcard. That was head-scratching? Question marks? Wrapping around trying to see if they could take Oath instead of worrying about the compound? I don't...
They knew SDK came in here.
They knew. I don't know. Maybe they were just hoping that STK would just be playing rats and just playing it safe. But you got to know, STK is not that team. They're not the team that just sits back and plays quiet. You know, they're going to go out there and try to get kills.
I mean, the push on to clean up Oath there, they could arguably do from the compound as well, right? So,
yeah,
I don't know. That's a bit of a misplay in my book, but we'll have to wait and see now as the circle obviously shifting. Did pull slightly back down to the southwest again. The plane crash site up on the high ground still in. As we know, Haas just moved up there early, but they are actually looking split right now. And I think Wildcard just now, they have to send it.
Yeah, they're going to have to send it. Meanwhile, look at it, Fabled making you look like you have no idea what you're talking about, you know? They're dead center circle in that compound.
I guarantee they haven't got more than 3 kills.
True. As Wildcard does try to send it, they are on the bike, but it looks like they might be sending it right into a squad. And yep, no. Sonic says no, sir.
There's 3 people in there.
There's 3 of them. Oh my God, Sonic's. Look at this. H-Win actually going to be taking the shots as well. As I know that was elusive. Okay, I'm sorry. I got my S's confused. It was S1 that was 3 inside the shack. Meanwhile, Sonic's just going to be peppering him with shots. Looks like S1 still to have 2 up. Did they lose 1? in the flush?
They lost one in that.
Okay.
Can you call it a crash? I guess we can call it a crash.
3 deep in the shed. Monka S. All right. Meanwhile, Sonics, they still are looking good. They're now on the edge of the circle, and I think they hear shots going on around them, and they're going to be looking around to see if they can maybe get involved because as things are sitting right now, I think that kill that they picked up onto the wild card as they did the crash is their first one. Ooh. Okay, Livid.
So yeah, Livid actually pounced on hard shifts that were stuck in that little bowl. We do actually have Landoon and Lush still alive for 303. They're way behind Livid, and this utility now is going to give I was going to say it's going to give all the information to Livid. I don't know if they were trying to flank or third party that there. Soup down to 15 HP. He's going to have to stick a first aid kit behind the Morado, but Ditac now I guess the anomaly for Livid. We'll see what he's capable of. He is looking back over. There is some smoke cover there, but it is about to expire in front of Lush and Landoon. Patrick landing a headshot onto him. He's going to pull him back into the dip.
Yeah, Team Clueless. They've got 3 up on the north side here. They've got high ground, so Livid got to be careful about how often they want to keep peeking over this ridge. Meanwhile, Landoon does get the heal off, but not before he gets naded again. So Lush and Landoon just trying to stay alive here, working the smokes as Livid taking shots. Soup is now. Oh no! Oh dear! Oh, he's lit. You don't like to be lit. And look at this, Livid actually really scared of Team Clueless here. They are just not wanting to peek over the top of this at all. I like how they've smoked their behinds though to make sure that they can't get shot from the backside. But look at this. I mean, the longer that they wait on this, they're going to lose track of where these players are for 303. And look at it. They're going to let Lush get into grenade range here as you hear the pin pop, and he's going to find Ditac. Good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why Livid, and again, I know the fear was there with the third party, but they've allowed 303 to move up and get the same angle they did onto hard shifts.
Maybe too much respect given over to Clueless, and now Lush, yeah, they're just going to push and flush them right out. So Livid, I guess, in an unfortunate situation right there where they were just kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. 303 taking advantage of the trepidation on the part of Livid, and now they've managed to pick up a couple of vehicles for themselves. Yeah, you like that?
Hey, what did I tell you? Look at Fabled's kill count. Look at Fabled's kill count. I told you.
All right. So Fabled, they have 0 kills so far, but it's not for the lack of trying, man. They are shooting at everything around.
They have one.
They can't find any downs here. They can't find any flushes. They managed to pick up the only kill that they have right after they got to this compound. But it looks like they might be able to pick off something here as they just get to hang out in this compound. They got to be worried about Sonics though. As Batty gonna take Landoon out. Now Lush is very, very low. See how much longer he can stay alive. As, here we go.
Shot.
Radiance.
Stole one.
Hey, Fable up to 2 now. Let's get it. Meanwhile, Radiant's doing God's work here on the south side. 6 kills so far as they have just been operating, running up and clearing out anything around them. And here come the throwables. The Molotov not gonna land. Come on, man, you're not STK. You can't land throwables like that. Batty Low just gonna shoot at every bush that he can see, hoping that maybe one of them's got Lush in it. Lush just gonna hold his line behind this Murano for dear life. Oh, evasion! He found Luke. STK managed to make it to the top 6 or top 7 rather. Batty?
Oh, that's Batty sending some shots over towards the high ground there. That's going to get taken down by Pistola, landing a headshot onto him.
Ow.
You can't be aggro peeking that there. I don't know if he guessed this I guess push onto Lush was a lot more free than it was, but Pistola landed the shots necessary to take him down. You see Loss and McCoy were in a safer spot. They're not in line of sight. I did want to say LOS of Loss, but that would be a bit of a mouthful. But you can see now Pistola and Patrick
McCoy
still sending some shots over towards Radiance. That's going to put them in a defensive position. Got big.
No! Are you kidding me?
No, dude. No.
Oh no, McCoy. You can't go out like that.
Not
bro.
like this.
Oh, did they not realize that he was there? I thought they knew. I thought they literally watched him go up there. But McCoy just ran up to him and prone.
They threw 13 Molotovs and 7 nades that way, so I guess they thought he was dead. I don't know.
Feels bad. All right, well.
Meanwhile,
looks like Team Clueless. Oh, yeah. Evasion! Get him. Keeping Profi alive, essentially, here. Stolatime going to get taken down. Patrick should be able to get the res here before the circle gets on.
Stop throwing smokes!
No.
Stop throwing smokes!
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
He just threw 5 smokes on top of each other.
Yikes.
Oh,
okay.
No.
And there goes. There they go.
You deserve to die. You deserve to die.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He deserves to die. Well, he played it out. Meanwhile, as you said, Profi off in Narnia here on the north side, way separated from the rest of his teammates. But they had to do something. I mean, Fable is just dug in like an absolute tick here. I'm not sure how many kills they have now. As
they
looks
still
like
have
we are
3,
down to
I
just
think.
2 teams. Oh no, they're up to 5. They're up to 5 here.
Are they?
Good for them. All right, yeah.
Hey,
they managed
good
to pick up a couple there. Good stuff.
Great
as
rotation.
looks like the rest of the squad for Sonic's going to go over there and try to join Profi. Going to take a few shots over there from Evasion. Not going to land anything just yet. Oh, Greg shot will do it though. He'll get that down onto Profi. But I don't know. I mean, that seems like a little bit too far for Fable to really try to push this while that down is out. But
Yeah,
look at
it's
this.
definitely going to be difficult for them. That's... And again, this is the thing. Going there when they did, you know that they're going to see another at least 3 circles. And this here is the perfect ending for them, right? I criticize them, but it's going to be a low kill win for them. I mean, actually, already having 5. I would have expected maybe a couple of kills. They've done more work than I would have expected from this compound. At the time they moved there, it was definitely going to be difficult for them throughout the mid game. I'm not sure how H-Win's got on that roof, but I'm impressed nonetheless. Whether or not you can get an opening knock here for his team to move up. I'm not sure if Sonics really have any options other than to crash a rock here.
They're not even going to go for the rock, and Shrimzy's going to pay the price for it. As Profi going to overextend, he's going to get all the way down to the tower. I think the rock might have actually even been in too. So Shrimzy, he's going to get taken out there. But this is a nice little split for Profi and H-Win. If they can land these shots, the problem is H-Win outside a circle. So he's going to have to try to make his way in on foot. Going to find a shot on the Greg shot. Oh my God, H-Win, are you serious? Hunter, don't do it to him like that. And H-Win is a little bit... actually, Greg shot separated from the rest of the squad here. So look at this.
If
Sonic
Shrimzy calls
actually
for a
turned it
res,
into 2v2.
No way is Shrimzy calling for this res. If they get him back on his feet now, I think H-Win might fall here. He does get a tag onto Evasion, forcing him back off the ridge right now. Supernova. Okay, now this is the big ball play.
Oh!
See, Profi will absolutely shut down Evasion there from the rock. The nade coming over towards him. That's going to knock Profi down. Now it's just H-Win up. And it's going to be interesting to see if H-Win can do anything for this backwards position. I almost feel like Sonics deserved it from that play.
Oh, he did, but no, he's going to go down to the blue. Oh my God, that was so well played by Sonics there at the end. I mean, that was close, dude. That was extremely close.